Good afternoon, welcome back to my hunting channel. Well, I didn't get the feeder I wanted, but I did get the new Game Winner. It's a 225 pound, easy to fill feeder. I don't like ladders. I don't want to go up and down on the ladder. This is made out of metal, so if them little squirrels decide to chew on this and get through it, I better get more guns because they're really, really hungry. This is one of two. I haven't put it up yet, so I'm going to discuss some features on it that I like and things that maybe I don't like. I don't know. I haven't figured out the don't like side yet. But let me tell you what, the paws are sturdy, it's solid, it's made out of metal, it's got two clasps on each side to open it up, pour your corn in there, close it back up. Now, I do not use the chains on the bottom. These paws are big enough, I'm going to drive a stake through it anyway to hold it in place, but I use the little retaining rings and I put them up here in the clips where the quick releases after the tank. We're going to cover that in a second too. So, I want to get into a little bit of the assembly. It was pretty simple, but I think, you know, for the most part, anybody can figure it out. There's no video on it. But this is the 225 pound easy fill round feeder by Game Winners, sold at Academy. And I will show a picture up here of what the label looks like, or maybe even on the side. I think I'll just put it up here above me. So, we're going to open up the box and we're going to see what we have and what we already played with. I already put together one. Now I'm going to put the second one together, and I figured have you come along with me. But am I going to sit here and do the whole thing for an hour? No, we're going to do it in segments, okay? I don't want to bore people too much, so hang in there. Let's get started to take it apart. Here we have the box. What I'm going to do is take my trusty knife. I'm going to open up the lid here. Real simple. Everything's inside the thing. Makes it easier to do. So you can all get an idea. The instructions are on top. I've already read the instructions, but they're right here, as you can see. There you go. Sorry about that. I know you're looking at the box as I unpack it. I don't have a wide angle lens to kind of do both here. So, once you get it done, you have the lid. The lid comes out. Alright, hold on for a second. Take the lid. I'm just going to set it aside for now because I really don't need it. And then reach in here and start taking out the insides. It comes with the nifty paws. Holes can go on the inside for the chain if you want to use a chain. I'm going to put them on the outside myself. Just going to set them down here in the ground. Get them out of my way. I don't need them right now. Chain assembly. This is for the solar energy if you want to use it. Nuts and bolts. Of course your timer. And then the actual feeder itself. Now I made the mistake earlier taking this thing out of the box and removing the feeder itself from the container. Come to find out, one doesn't have to do that. One, all he has to do is just pick it up and take it out that way. But I take the cardboard insert, get it out of here, pick the feeder up out of the box, and she goes to the bottom. But I'm going to take my rubber seal off. I don't need that at the moment. I need to get this out so I can get all this paper out of here, okay? So, you have two halves of the feeder, okay? The bottom half, the top half, okay? I thought they went on top of each other, and then again, then you got your leg supports, okay? So we're going to move all this junk out of my way. Put your base plate back down, as such. Grabbing your inside feeder, I'm hoping I'm recording this because it is rough, and you put it back down inside there. Spin it around. So I know you probably can't see that, but that's what it's going to look like when it goes together. What I like about Game Winner, I know you can't see my mugshot, but that's okay. It tells you to pick up bags A, okay? So, I don't need that, but here's all my hardware, as you can see. Might have to lighten this thing up. Hold on, let me turn this thing around. What I really like about it lately, and that we did that with the tree stand the other day, and we do everything here at the house. The bags are labeled A. So the first part of A is attach the big piece to the little piece. However you want to do that. Okay? So let's get that attached and I'll come right back. Top and bottom are connected. These are those screws. What I meant to tell you earlier You're going to need 2 1/2 inches and one 5/16 wrench plus a cross tip screwdriver to put this thing together properly, okay? I'm going to now move the camera back a little bit because now what we're going to do is the legs. Hold on. Okay, so now what we're going to have to do here is we're going to put the legs on. Now the legs I like a lot better than I did my last feeder. And here's my knife again. Take off the zip ties. They pack this thing pretty good here, ladies and gentlemen. Get the zip ties out of my way. Good thing they're made out of metal, huh? So, what you got here is they're angled. Goes up on the top. And what I do like about this, and I'm going to tell you this right now, is when you put the legs together, you're going to bolt them right here. One leg to the other. And that way, unlike that other feeder that I had where you had to put the things together, it sucked. So, now we're going to reach over here and get bags B. That is the next bag that you want. Now these are the 2 1/2 inches that you're going to need. Alright? Don't worry about it if you can't see my mug, alright? I'm not worried about you seeing that. I just want to get this thing out of here. So, grab yourself 2 1/2 inches. Right? I'm going to put it here. There's 2 holes, 3 holes on the outside. Now my other one was missing an insert, but I'm not overly concerned about that because I'm not putting 400 or 500 pounds worth of corn in here. It's going to sit down there. And these are really strong 1/2 inch bolts, so they're pretty good. And like I said, if the raccoons can get to this stuff, I'm in trouble anyway, you know what I mean? So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this one leg on here. It comes with a washer and a bolt, 1/2 inch, 2 of them. You don't need that for right now, but you will for the legs on the other side. And get your 1/2 inch. I use a ratchet style myself. That way I don't have to waste time with sockets and stuff. But, you know, you can do what you want to do. You're a mechanic or whatever you want to do together. Alright. So I got one leg secured, and I'm going to stop here right now, and I'm going to do the other 3 before we move on. Hold that thought. I got all the legs on here like I need to be. So, this is the other part that I was telling you about that I like this feeder more than I do the other feeders. Or maybe the other ones I just don't know about. But as far as what I had before with Game Winner, I had a problem with the legs because they kept falling off. So, the legs, you're just going to insert them, right? And all 3 slots. There's only 3 legs. It's a tripod, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Now, what we're going to do is go down here to the next packet, which is labeled C and D, okay? And basically, that's going to take care of the bottom legs and your claws, okay? And all you're going to do, line up your holes. I always run my nuts on the inside. Put a washer on here. Self-locking nut. I know you guys can read instructions, that's not the problem, right? Then I'm going to take my 1/2 inch, turn it around so it cranks right, and I'm going to tighten it down. Yeah, it's got a little movement, but that's okay. I mean, you don't want to keep bending the metal. If you want to, that's up to you. So, let me get done with this piece, and I'll show you the 3 legs on here. They're pretty solid. They're not going anywhere. They don't fall off like that last feeder I had. That was a piece of crap. Besides, the animals ate all my shit. I mean, excuse me, they ate my feeder. So, the base plate. I'm going to show right there. Has a little hole. They're supposed to go on the inside so you can hook the chain to it. I don't do that. I'm going to turn it to the outside so I can put my grounding stake on there and hold it to the ground. Once again, that is a personal preference. Doesn't mean that you have to do it that way. You might want that chain. I don't know. It's just up to you. Now what I did find, and I'm going to show you that in the next segment here. Once you get that on there, same thing. Put the washer, right? And you're going to put your nut on there. 2 1/2 inches again. I know a lot of you probably already know this stuff, but I just figured I'd There's some people out there like me was wondering before I even buy it how much of a headache this thing is actually going to be. You know what I mean? So I put it on, snug it down, put it up here in place. Now, I don't care how much you tighten it down. I just get about 3 or 4 threads showing on the other side, right? And let me get my wrench out. Anyway, it's got flexibility, so when you put it on the ground, it's going to bend a little bit and flatten to the ground where you are at. And of course, the legs are going to move just a little bit. But once I put that stake in here, and I got these big long black stakes that I stick in the ground, it kind of prevents the thing. So let me go ahead and get the other 2 on here, and I'll get right back with you. There you have it. That's the stand. Look how easy it's going to be to put the corn right here, right? So the next step right here you want to really do, to give you a weather seal. Yeah. And you're going to want to put that on the outside of your ring over here, right? Just hang in there while I do this real quick. This is the easy part. All the screwing and stuff is pretty much done, ladies and gentlemen. What you see here is just the final touches to get it ready to go outside. What I like about this one is also, and I'm going to turn it here just a little bit, you have a sight glass right here. It tells me how much corn I got left instead of me having to open up the lid. Now, the lid to me, okay, that's about average, okay? I'll be honest with you. I'm not overly fond, so you got to put the lid on here. But that's okay. Like I said, you're not standing on a ladder. And then you got a quick release clips on each side. Now, this one over here had a little problem with the spring back. But I remedied that. And let me find the bag here. Okay. Inside the chain bag, you know, when you get all these nifty little chains, right? I'm not using them. They give you these little clips for the chain. What I'm going to do is put the clips right there to hold the thing. I got some smart raccoons and squirrels. They might figure out how to get in there. So if I clip the thing here without the chain, I think that's better off. You might agree, you might not agree, I don't know. So I got one on each side. So now what's left? The little door down here. It opens up. That's where your battery's going to go. Let me find that little screw that I had here. Oh, here we go. No, that's not it. One more bolt. It comes with this retaining nut, right? You just stick it in here. Don't unscrew it all the way. So you reach in here. You got your wires for your timer. And let me get the box for the timer. Nifty, right there in my hands, right? It's a typical game winner, you know, timer. Batteries I got to charge tonight. I got 2 new batteries anyway. I had them anyway. Does not come with a solar panel. Does not come with the battery to run this thing on. But I want to show you something that I think is important. You may or may not know, or you may want to know. I don't know. It's color coded, blue to blue, right? Easy to do, right? I'm just going to hook that up here like so. Oh, you hear it click, it's in, right? Come to the white side, do the white side. Turn it around the right way and maybe it'll work. Alright, they're both in there, and they're both locked. What I like to do, and this is just a personal preference, is I take black tape. Because this is a metal can. In case there's a little bit of a, you know, connection or something. So what I'll do is I'll tape the 2 plugs, right, and I'll start taping them. They're not going to touch each other. And then what I'll do is I'll just tape over anything that may or may not be exposed in here. The other pieces, obviously, with the fuse, goes to your timer or your battery. And then you can program this thing up to 6 times a day or whatever it is you decide to program. I do it in the morning at 8 o'clock and in the afternoon about 2:30. Anyway, you just stick it back in here. It's out of the way. It's waterproof. This thing's got a seal around it. Raise it back up. Tighten down the screw. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the assembly. Excuse my sweating. I'm putting this together. So what I'm going to do now is take you out to my stand area. And I'm going to put this one up here first. Or this one, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to put corn in there. What it looks like. But, like I said, you got a peephole. Everything looks great on this thing so far. Made out of metal, so I don't think they're going to chew through like they did this one. I'm going to show you the pictures. 2 of them, top and bottom, they got me on the squirrels. So, hold on that thought. We're going to take this out to the stand. We're going to put it up, put some corn in there, and then we'll probably end the video there. So So hold that thought. All right, here we are, the first feeder being set up. Stand number 2, there it is. But what, you know what I found out about this? I thought I had deer corn, and what I got was extreme protein pellets. You guys have anything idea to know what that is? Hope it works. It's supposed to work with everything. So let me show you inside. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how I set it up on area 2. Oops, sorry about that. I'm going to show you how I do area 2, my wife's stand. I'm going to show you how I drove the stakes in and where I set it and etc. and do the camera there. But I just, short video down here because I wasn't lugging everything down in my area. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Let's go up to the next one. Here we are. Stand number 1. This is the wife's stand, or actually number 2. Big long stakes like I told you about. Just going to put them in all the legs. I don't have any... Now, I don't have any pig problems, really. Got a lot of raccoons, etc. But as you can see, it's made out of steel, metal, which is pretty good. So, undo my clips, hang on to them. I'm going to reuse them. And like I said, you don't have to do the clips. That's just something I'm doing because I'm just trying to keep the covers closed. Remove the hasp. Put my clips in my pocket. Let's go ahead and set the lid off to the side here. Now, our corn already here, but this is no ladder. Look at that. I mean, really? I don't have to climb up anything. So, grab a bag of corn. Preferably, I thought that was open. I guess not, huh? I'm 63, like I said. Climbing up and down ladders is just not my cup of tea. Real simple shit. Dump corn everywhere, don't worry about it. Open up my next bag. I'm not going to put 2 bags in here right now at a time. I'll probably put 3 at the max. I don't go too crazy with the corn. It lasts me a couple weeks. You know what? Dump extra stuff out here. It's just about level with this glass over here where I can actually say, hey, I still got corn by looking through this sight glass. Yep, and then I take my trusty lid. We put my seal back up here because you really want to keep the stuff waterproof, right? Now that seal, I think Game Winner probably could have done better if they put some sort of glue on there to hold it. It's a personal preference, I guess, but for the most part, I probably would have. Put something on there adhesive so it holds the thing in place. Position your little latches. I hope I didn't bore too many of you too fast. And as you can see, I'm done with this one anyway. I got to go down to the woods for the other one. So, Game Winner. With all this COVID crap bullshit that they talk about on the news and stuff that everybody's got, I don't know. A lot of jobs are hurt by it. A lot of people ain't got the money. Like I said, total price for this. Final price, let's see what the hell they give it to me. I had 2 bags of corn, remember that too. So $4.49, military discount $4.27, plus they knocked off another 10% by using the Academy credit card to put it on. I don't have that much cash at one time, so I've only spent 440 bucks today. 2 big bags of corn, 2 great feeders, I think. Like I said, hey, compared to this one, to the old one, this is a hell of a lot better for me. Might be better for you, might not, I don't know. I'm not going to be that judge, and I know some people think I'm crazy, but I hope my putting it together video, because nobody else has one, I just wanted to explain to you about the 225 pound round feeder that came from Game Winner there at Academy. Inexpensive, cheap man stuff. Batteries are charging, so tomorrow I'll come out here, hook up the battery, boom, do a test, set it, my timers. I do it at 8 o'clock and 2:30 for about 3 seconds each. That's enough corn out here because most of the stuff's going to go to the squirrels and raccoons. Deer will start coming in eventually, but they've been in here looking, saying, hey, where'd the feeder go? Come back out here. Right after we left with the I took it down. A deer came by a half hour later, looked up in the air for the feeder, and it wasn't there. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching my channel. I hope you like it. I hope you got something out of this one. I didn't see one on the video, but now I do. So, good luck. If you got questions, ask me underneath there, and I will try to do my best to answer them. Thumbs up if you like me, and subscribe, or just thumbs up, or thumbs down in comments. Please let me know what I'm going to do. All right? So, happy hunting.